In this day and age where everybody carries around a really quality video camera built into their cellular telephone, we're all super tempted to make movies of the things that are going on in our life. We've been doing it for the last 2 years on cruise ships, and basically we're doing our best to make home movies that are interesting. I use the term home movie because I want it to evoke the emotion. Have you ever been forced to watch somebody's vacation video and you did it because you like them, but you were bored out of your mind? I've done that. That's what I think about when I think of home movies. So the question is, for the amateur filmmaker, for the person that's just trying to film their own vacation, do you have to make boring video? I don't think so. But in order to not make boring video, you have to add some techniques, some ideas, some thoughts to your video making process. And today I have my favorite beginner's tip that I've learned about 2 years after beginning that I want to share with you right after this. Hey, what's up everybody? Tony with Lido, Loca. Welcome to the Lido, Loca YouTube channel. If you're into cruising, cruise tips, cruise ships, cruise news, cruise vlogs, and maybe some cruise filmmaking tips, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel with the notification bell on. That way you won't miss any of our content. This is day 9 of our cruise count up. We are 22 days away from cruising on the Carnival Breeze. We're making a tip video every day, and we're inviting you to add your tip to the comment that goes with the daily subject. Each day we're going to pin one of your comments to the top of the comments, and at the end of 31 days we're going to do a drawing of the 31 pinned comments and give away a prize pack that we put together on our cruise on the Carnival Breeze. This is a special video because we're actually giving away a camera to celebrate our 15,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I'm going to give you the details about that at the end of the video, so stay tuned. We went on our first cruise 2 years ago, and we really had no cruise vlog video making experience. We bought a camera just about a month before we went on the cruise that had a cool pop-up screen. That was like the big deciding factor because we wanted to go and we wanted to try to document our cruise. And we made some videos. You can still see those videos on our YouTube channel. It is our cruise vlogs from the Carnival Fantasy. I still watch those videos from time to time, and the main reason that I watch those is to say, okay, what do I like about these videos? Where are they interesting? Where are they boring? What can we do to improve them? And we do that with almost every video that we make. We go back and we rewatch it and we try to figure out the next thing that we could do. Here is the tip, my favorite beginner filmmaker, shooting home movie, shooting video tip. Here's the tip: don't move your camera. I know it's crazy, right? So I first got turned on to this idea by a filmmaker, Andrew St. Pierre. I saw a YouTube video 4 or 5 months ago, and he was talking about how to shoot B-roll, and he does this thing called the 4-second rule. He sees something interesting, he points his camera at it, and then he refuses to move his camera for at a minimum of 4 seconds. So he doesn't move it around, there's nothing shaky, he locks on to whatever he thinks is interesting, and then he lets whatever's happening right there happen for at least 4 seconds. The idea is, if you have an interesting looking shot for 4 seconds, you can use that to tell the story of your video. Now, I've also been reading this book by Steve Stockman called How to Shoot Video That Doesn't Suck, and basically his is a 10-second rule, but he says exactly the same thing. Make short video clips, lock on something that you find to be interesting, and don't move your camera for 10 seconds. Let the interesting action happen inside your still locked off non-moving camera. Don't zoom it, don't move it from side to side, don't try to move it around, just make your camera locked on, and then don't film like for 30 minutes. The example he uses in the book is a kid's soccer game. Imagine 15 years from now trying to watch 30 minutes of just the same shot of a soccer game. What he suggests in the soccer game is shoot the soccer game for 10 seconds, maybe shoot the referee for 10 seconds, shoot your kid doing something for 10 seconds. And then all of a sudden you have all these pieces that you can now piece together in the edit that flows like a story. It goes from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Our attention spans are rough anyways. Can you imagine 15 years from now feeling nostalgic and just trying to watch 30 minutes of just some random soccer game? The point that Stockman's trying to make is that if you are intentional about the shots that you get, and you get these nice still shots that you can piece together, you're more likely to make an interesting story. Now, I've been trying to incorporate this in the videos that I make. If you go back and look at some of the vlogs on the MSC, some of the B-roll sequences are just still shots, even with like the ambient noise, just transitioning from one to another very quickly, never too long on one thing. It's just a simple technique that I'm trying to apply to what I'm doing, and potentially I think it could be helpful to all new filmmakers out there. I know, like, if I look at my old footage, I'm moving the camera all over the place. And what's frustrating, especially in the edit, is if I see something interesting in that frame and I would really like to show that for a few seconds, I can't, because all of a sudden I've moved it, I've moved around, like that one interesting thing just got lost in this. I'm really getting into Stockman's book, How to Shoot Video That Doesn't Suck. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to get your own copy. That is an Amazon affiliate link, so if you click on it and buy the book, you're going to help out the channel. Thanks for that. And I did make a video, I believe sometime last year, that talked about how to make better cruise videos. Just some basic tips for new filmmakers, new filmers, people making home movies. I'll leave a link for that above and in the description below. And look, I'm by no means an expert at filmmaking. I'm just like everybody else. This is a hobby that I've really enjoyed, something that I'm trying to learn, and hopefully my video content's getting better each time that I do it. But the interesting thing is, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you don't get better. So sometimes you have to pepper in these inputs, these ideas, these things to evolve your content, and hopefully that's what this can do. And I'm sure I'll pick up more than one tip down in the comments that's going to move my video to the next level. So everything's a learning process. I'm definitely not saying don't ever move your camera, but if you can master this idea of telling the story without moving the camera, I think you're going to build a good foundation to when you do want to move the camera, panning side to side, up and down, you know, fancy shots, that kind of thing. And a lot of that's hard to do handheld, so I think it's a good time to talk about the DJI Osmo Pocket. This is a new camera that came out from DJI. Of course, they're well known for making drones, but this is a mechanically stabilized camera, and so it has a head on it that you can control that will move side to side, and then also when you're walking, it's going to keep the camera in a stable position. So to me, this is going to be a great camera. I'm going to use this on my next cruise, and we have one to give away. So I'm going to let the Osmo move the camera for me. A lot of the shots I do now handheld, they're a little shaky, so I think this is going to be a nice improvement. But the reason I'm showing you the Pocket, the reason I'm holding it up, is we are celebrating 15,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we are giving away one of these cameras. Now, this giveaway is going to run until the 9th of April, and you can find out how to enter by going to our website, www.lalidoloca.com. So excited to help other people make their cruise videos or any kind of videos. But yeah, giving away the Pocket. Make sure you go and get in if you are interested. The question for the comments is this: if you're somebody who makes films, what's a good beginner tip? And if you're somebody that's just learning, just starting out, don't even think about this kind of thing, what are some questions that you would have about how to make better footage on a cruise or really anywhere? How do you make your home movies more interesting? Leave a comment below. Let's continue the dialogue. Thanks for stopping by to the channel. Make sure you follow all of our social media. Again, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. And this is Tony from Lido, Loca. And until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.